Each week on this video, we'll give you 3 players moving up and down the RosterWatch Dynasty Startup Rankings. I'm Seslowsky. Thanks for tuning back into RosterWatch. First, we're going to talk about Lamar Jackson, the quarterback on the Baltimore Ravens. Previous rank, QB7. Updated rank, QB5. Rising up our Dynasty rankings. Last year, during the 2020 offseason, Lamar Jackson was a consensus top 2 quarterback in both Dynasty and in redraft. Jackson rarely fell out of the top 3 picks in your Dynasty Startup Superflex leagues. So why is the Superflex startup market down on the 24-year-old in 2021? The former MVP won fantasy managers leagues in 2019. Lamar had a slower than expected start to 2020. Jackson was only the QB 14 in the first 8 weeks of the season. If your fantasy team managed to sneak into the fantasy playoffs, Lamar Jackson did come through for you in the last 6 weeks of the season. From weeks 12 to 17, he finished as the quarterback 6. The Ravens added Sammy Watkins in free agency, drafted a first-round wide receiver in Rashad Bateman, and still plans to feature Lamar Jackson as a pseudo running back in the offense. All of this adds up to everything we're looking for in a fantasy quarterback. RosterWatch has ranked Lamar Jackson as the QB5 currently, but there is an argument to draft him as high as the quarterback 2 in your Dynasty Superflex startup draft. The second player we're going to talk about is Evan Engram, the tight end on the New York Giants, age 26, currently falling down our Dynasty rankings. Previous rank, tight end 11. Updated rank, tight end 18. Evan Engram had a very disappointing 2020 fantasy season. His ADP last year was tight end 5 and he finished as the tight end 14. A lot went wrong with the Giants last year, but simply stated, Ingram underperforms. What makes Ingram's final output more concerning is that he played in all 16 games and still did not finish as a tight end 1. Ingram ranked 4th in drop passes, flubbing 8 balls in 2020. Keep in mind, tight ends run shorter, more high percentage routes than wide receivers, so they are expected to have better catch rates. Between Ingram's drops and other malfunctions in the offense, he was not able to get on track. Ingram is still a talented athlete, and you should draft him if he falls to an extreme value. The Giants did draft Kadarius Toney, the wide receiver out of Florida, in the first round of the real NFL draft, and should proactively try to get him touches. The competition for targets is only going up in New York, making it tougher to get excited about Evan Ingram's fantasy outlook this season. The third player we're going to talk about is Josh Jacobs, the 23-year-old running back on the Las Vegas Raiders, currently falling down our Dynasty rankings. Previous rank, running back 19. Updated rank, running back 21. Josh Jacobs is one of the clear losers from free agency back in March. The Las Vegas Raiders signed Kenyon Drake to a 2-year, $11 million deal with $8.5 million guaranteed. This means he will be on the roster for 2021 and for 22. RosterWatch was bullish on Josh Jacobs last offseason. We had reason to believe that Jacobs was going to take a step forward in the passing game. Though Jacobs did improve his catch total from 20 passes caught to 33 passes caught, he fell short of the projection, did not pay off where you drafted him last year in your startup. Drake projects to be involved in the passing game and safely could be projected for over 125 carries as well. Kenyon Drake's signing does not kill Josh Jacobs as a fantasy player. However, it does cap his ceiling as more of a mid-range RB2 who will be touchdown dependent for his weekly value. Jacobs is no longer a strong top 15 play at running back. He is better valued in the mid-range of RB2s. Jacobs' ADP is falling. And if Jacobs' draft price continues to fall, he starts to become an attractive value in the late 4th round. Okay, RosterWatch Nation, that's it for today. Remember to like and subscribe to get notifications when we put up new videos. And leave us a comment in the video. Let us know what players are rising and falling in your Dynasty Startup rankings. Until next time, goodbye.